Shalom, everyone. Let's read 2 Samuel from Yah Scriptures. We're in chapter 16. David had passed on a little from the summit and saw Siba, the servant of Mephibosheth, who met him with a couple of donkeys, and on them 200 loaves, 100 cakes of raisins, 100 summer fruit, and a skin of wine. The sovereign said to Siba, "Why do you have these?" Siba said, "The donkeys are for the king's household to ride on, and the bread and summer fruit are for the young men to eat, and the wine is for the weary to drink in the wilderness." And the king said, "Where is the son of your master?" Siba said to the king, "See, he remains in Jerusalem." He said, "Today is the house of Yasharel, and they're going to return to the reign of my father to me." And the king said to Siba, "See, all that belongs to Mephibosheth is yours." And Siba said, "I have bowed myself. Let me find favor in your eyes, my master, O king." And when King David came to Bahurim, he saw a man from the clan of the house of Shaul, whose name was Shimei, son of Gera, coming from there. He came out, cursing. And he threw stones at David, and all the servants of David, and all the people and mighty men were on his right and on his left. And this is what Shimei said as he cursed: Get out, O man of blood, O man of Belial. Yah has brought upon you all the blood of the house of Shaul, and those in whose place you have reigned, and Yah has given the reign into the hand of Absalom, your son. See, you are in your own evil, for you are a man of blood. And Abishai, son of Zeruiah, said to the king, "Why should this dead dog curse my master, the sovereign? Please let me pass over and take off his head." The king said, "What have I to do with you, you sons of Zeruiah? For let him curse, even because Yah has said to him, Curse David." Who should say, "Why do you do that?" David said to Abishai and all of his servants, "See how my son, who came from my own body, seeks my life. How much more now this Benjamite? Leave him alone, let him curse. Yah has spoken to him. So if so be, then Yah looks on my affliction, and Yah shall return good to me for his cursing today." And as David and his men went in the way, Shemaiah walked alongside him on the hillside, cursed as he went, threw stones at him, and kicked up dust. And the king and all his people who were with him became weary, and they refreshed themselves there. And Absalom and all the people, the men of Yasharel, came to Jerusalem, and Ahithophel was with him. And it came to be, when Hushai the Archite, the friend of David, has come to Absalom, that Hushai said to Absalom, Let the sovereign live, let the sovereign live." And Absalom said to Hushai, "Is this your kindness to your friend? Why did you not go with your friend?" And Hushai said to Absalom, "No, I am for the one whom Yah and this people and all the men have chosen, and with him I remain. And besides, whom should I serve? Should it not be before his son? As I have served before your father, so I am before you." And Absalom said, "Give your advice, what should we do?" And Ahithophel said to Absalom, "Go into your father's concubines, whom he has left to look after the house, and all of Israel shall hear that you have made yourself a stench to your father, and the hands of all who are with you shall be strong." So they pitched a tent for Absalom on the top of the house, and Absalom went in to his father's concubines before the eyes of all of Yasharel. Now the advice Ahithophel gave in those days was as if one had inquired at the word of Elohim. So was all the advice of Ahithophel, both to David and to Absalom. Chapter 17. And Ahithophel said to Absalom, "Please let me choose 12,000 men. Let me arise and pursue David tonight, and come upon him while he's weary and weak, and I'll make him afraid, and all of the people who are with him will flee. And I shall smite the king alone, and bring back all the people to you. When all return except the man whom you seek, all the people should be at peace." And the saying pleased Absalom and all the elders of Israel. But Absalom said, "Now call Hushai the Archite also. Let us hear what he has to say." And Hushai came to Absalom, and Absalom spoke to him, saying, "Ahithophel has spoken according to this word. Should we do what he says? If we shouldn't, then speak up." Hushai said to Absalom, "The advice that he has given is not good. And Hushai said, You know your father and his men. They are mighty men. They are as bitter in being as a bear robbed over cubs in the field. And your father is a man of battle and would not spend the night with the people. See, by now he is hidden in some pit or in some place, and it shall be when some of them fall at first that whoever hears it will say, There's been a smiting, who are following Absalom. And even he who is brave, whose heart is like the heart of a lion, would utterly melt. For all of Israel knows that your father is a mighty man, and those who are with him are brave men. But I advise, let all of Israel without fail be gathered to you from Dan to Beersheba, as numerous as the sand by the sea, and that you yourself go to battle. And we shall come upon him in some place where he's found, and will fall on him as the dew falls on the ground. There shall be left of him and all of the men with him not one. And if he withdraws into a city, then all of Israel shall bring ropes to that city, and we will put it into the weighty. But until there is not one small stone found there. Absalom and all the men of Israel then said, The advice of Hushai the Archite is better than the advice of a thief without... Oh my word. You guys try to say this word. I can't seem to get it right. Ahithophel. And I'm still probably not saying it right. For Yahweh has ordained to nullify the good advice of him, for the sake of Yah is bringing evil upon Absalom. Hushai then said to Zadok and to Abiathar the Kohanim, the priest, He has advised Absalom and the elders of Israel such and such, but I have advised so and so. And now send hastily and inform David, saying, Do not spend the night in the desert plains in the wilderness. Pass over without fail, or else the sovereign and all his people with him will be swallowed up. And Jonathan, and Ahimaaz were stationed at Ain Rogel, and a female servant would come in and inform them. They go and inform King David, for they could not be seen entering the city. But a youth saw them and informed Absalom. So the two of them went away at once and came to a man's house in Bahurim, who had a well in his courtyard, and they went down into that well. The woman took and spread a covering over the well's mouth, and spread ground grain on it, so that the matter was not known. And the servants of Absalom came to the woman at the house and said, Where are Ahimaaz and Jehonathan? And the woman said, They have passed over the stream of water, and they looked and did not find them. They returned to Jerusalem. And it came to be, after they had left, that they came up out of the well and went and informed King David and said, Arise and pass over the water quickly. Ahithophel has advised against you. David and all of the people who were with him rose up and passed over the garden, and by morning light not even one remained who had not gone over the garden. And Ahithophel saw that his advice was not followed. So he saddled his donkey, rose up and went home to his house, to his city, and then he gave charge to his house, and he hanged himself and died. He was buried in his father's tomb, and David came to Mahanaim, and Absalom passed over the garden, he and all the men of Israel with him. Absalom appointed Amasa over the army instead of Joab. Now Amasa was the son of a man whose name was Yithra, an Israelite, who had gone in Abigail, the daughter of Nahash, sister of Zeruiah, Joab's mother. Israel and Absalom encamped in the land of Gilead, and it came to be when David had come to Mahanaim that Shobi, son of Nahash, from Rabbah, of the children of Ammon, and Machir, son of Amiel, from Lodebar, and Barzillai, the Gileadite, from Rogelim, brought beds and basins and earthen vessels and wheat, barley flour, roasted grains, beans, lentils, and parched grain, honey and curds, and sheep and cheese for the herd, for David and the people who were with him to eat. For they said, The people are hungry and weary and thirsty in the wilderness. Wow. That just reminded me of Moses and the people in the promised land, how they were hungry, they were weary, they were thirsty. And Yah has provided. Hallelujah. Tell me what you think about these chapters down in the comments below. And I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. May Yah bless you and keep you, and may his face shine upon you. Shalom, shalom.